And welcome back to the show. Now, you know him, you love him, you might even want to be him. Of course, I'm talking about rock star economist and Newsmax insider Peter Morici joins me now. Peter.
That's great. I'd like to be me too.
Well, you are you, Peter. So listen, first of all, happy Labor Day weekend to you. And now I got to ask you.
Just back from Vienna. It was a wonderful place.
I got to ask you about an article that you wrote that I found fascinating. It was titled "Obama's Anti-Business Big Tax Agenda for Burger King's Canada Move." Now, obviously, you were talking about Burger King's inversion play, or we think it's an inversion play, where they're going to merge with Tim Hortons and apparently move their corporate headquarters to Canada. What do you think it's really all about?
Well, I think it's about Burger King trying to diversify its portfolio. As you know, the hamburger business is in decline in the United States, not because McDonald's or Burger King are not doing a good job, but the millennials don't go for them the way our generation did. As a consequence, like Yum, which owns KFC and 5 other brands at least, Burger King wants to use its extensive cash flow to build out other franchises. Now, Tim Hortons is in Canada. It's a very effective franchise akin to our Dunkin' Donuts, but it's largely limited to Canada. They haven't been good at internationalizing, so that's a great opportunity. Burger King's in 100 countries, it knows the ropes, and it can take it around the world. Then the question comes up, why locate the new entity in Canada? Well, simple. We have lousy tax laws that would tax all those overseas operations.
So I got to ask you this. Your headline I thought was kind of interesting, and I don't overemphasize headlines. I'm a columnist also, and sometimes people can make too big of a fuss about what you put at the top, but you kind of blamed it on Obama. You and I know that the corporate tax rate was set back in 1985. Actually, it was dropped, I think, from 41 or 42% down to 32, and then within a matter of months put at 35%. So this has been our corporate tax rate all these years. Why is this Obama's fault?
Well, he's been in office 5 years. The Republicans want to reform the system, level out the rates and lower them. He's not interested. In fact, he wants more revenue. And, you know, presidents have a lot of discretion with the corporate income tax. It's kind of like Obamacare. You can stick it to who you like and give favors to who you want. For example, he recently decided, or the Treasury Department decided, that the wires in the street, the phone company wires, are real estate.
Right.
And that's going to permit the big telecoms, which are heavily regulated and very democratic industries, to put those wires in real estate investment trusts and get very preferential tax treatment. For example, Reed Comcast, whose CEO is one of his biggest fundraisers.
Right. So look, they gave us very little time, which I find completely annoying because I love talking with you and to you. Next time I'm hosting, it's you. We're doing it again. We're doing it for longer. Thanks, Peter. Have a great weekend. Coming up next, we're going to discuss the White House's comprehensive strategy, or some would say a lack of strategy, with Lignit chief analyst Fred Fleitz and Frank Wuko from Redmine Solution. But first, here's Dr. Chancey Crandall to talk about patterns of cholesterol. If you don't know what that is, you will now.
When I was a young doctor, we were just learning about cholesterol and how too much of it could lead to a heart attack. We learned that there were 3 types of cholesterol: LDL cholesterol, which was bad, HDL cholesterol, which was good, and triglycerides. Now we know that not all bad cholesterol is the same. We learned that bad LDL cholesterol is comprised of 2 different types. One type is called pattern A, and the other type is called pattern B. And it's very important for you to know the type that you have. Feel free to pause the video and get a pencil to make notes. Pattern A LDL cholesterol is fluffy and bounces off the wall of your coronary arteries without damaging them. Pattern B LDL cholesterol is small and pellet-like and embeds into the walls of your coronary arteries, causing damage. To learn what pattern you have, you must ask your doctor for a blood test that is known as an advanced lipid screening test. Most of the time, doctors will not order it, but this is an important state-of-the-art cardiology test, and research shows that this information is key to determining who is at the highest risk for a heart attack. If it does turn out that you have the deadly pattern B type of bad cholesterol, Don't despair. I found that taking 500 to 2,500 milligrams of vitamin B3 or niacin can change a harmful pattern B LDL cholesterol to a pattern A cholesterol. In this Heart Health Minute, I told you about the importance of advanced lipid screening and learning about your cholesterol risk. But there are other very important tests you need to know about as well. Since most of you are already reading my book, The Simple Heart Cure, I want you to go to Chapter 10 and read about the other must-have tests you should ask your doctor about if you are over the age of 50.
Get your copy of Dr. Crandall's best-selling book, The Simple Heart Cure, for just $4.95 with this special offer. Go to www.simpleheartbook.com to get your copy today. That's simpleheartbook.com.